हसरत है हमारी बाबा, पर दो वो पूरी आके। मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके। मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके।
अभी रिजल्ट में बाप दादा ने देखा कि वर्तमान समय माया का स्वरूप नेगेटिव और व्यर्थ संकल्प का मेजॉरिटी में है। विश्व कल्याणकारी की स्टेज है सदा बेहद की वृद्धि हो, दृष्टि हो और बेहद की स्थिति हो। वृद्धि में जरा भी किसी आत्मा के प्रति नेगेटिव या व्यर्थ भावना नहीं, नेगेटिव बात को परिवर्तन कराना वो अलग चीज है। लेकिन जो स्वयं नेगेटिव वृत्ति वाला होगा वो दूसरे के नेगेटिव को भी पॉजिटिव में चेंज नहीं कर सकता। इसलिए हर एक को अपने सूक्ष्म चेकिंग करनी है कि वृत्ति दृष्टि सर्व के प्रति सदा बेहद और कल्याणकारी है। जरा भी कल्याण की भावना के सिवाय हद की भावना, हद के संकल्प बोल सूक्ष्म में भी समाये हुए तो नहीं है। जो सूक्ष्म में समाया हुआ होता है उसकी निशानी है कि समय आने पर वह समस्या आने पर वो सूक्ष्म स्थूल में आता सदा ठीक रहेगा। लेकिन समय पर वो इमर्ज हो जाए, फिर सोचते हैं ये है ऐसा, ये बात ही ऐसी, ये व्यक्ति ऐसा है, व्यक्ति ऐसा है। लेकिन मेरी स्थिति शुभ भावना बेहद की भावना वाली है या नहीं। अपने गलती को चेक करो। समझा?
बड़ी मन भावनी मुरली प्रेम से प्राणों को सींचे। रसीली तार डोर आपकी ओर ही खींचे, आपकी ओर ही खींचे। रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में, रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में।
Om Shanti. Become a carefree emperor of the land without sorrow by being full with all attainments. Always speak elevated versions. Every child of Bab Dada is a master. You are emperors of the land without sorrow at the confluence age. In the incorporeal world and in heaven, you are masters of all three. Every thought of such masters is successful. Those who have such a line of fortune are always emperors of the land without sorrow. They will always speak elevated versions with their mouth. Elevated versions are very few. So, do not spend wastefully the energy of both thoughts and words. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avikti Parivar. Today's day 22. Become a carefree emperor of the land without sorrow by being full with all attainments. Today's topic: always speak elevated versions. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. When Baba comes, he explains us the importance of each word, how there can be success, accomplishment, or siddhi of our each thought. Something has to happen, then thought comes, or is it our thoughts which changes into something? Something, when I say if situation or becoming a reality. And second power is power of words. I know that at home when children speak, sometimes we always say it will come true because of their truth. Because children are honest and truthful. So what we feel in our thoughts and in our actions Baba always teaches us about soul consciousness, remembrance of Baba, spiritual relationships, what is filled in the thoughts. But then there are qualities like when there is love, happiness, good wishes. And then also, Baba always says to us, think less and speak less. If we have created the habit of speaking less, then we will think less. And when it becomes the habit to think less, then we speak less also. So today, Baba is saying, always speak elevated versions. Every child of Bab Dada is a master. Every child of Baba, Bab Dada, is a master. You are emperors of the land without sorrow at the confluence age. In the incorporeal world and in heaven, you are masters of all three. Every thought of such masters is successful. Those who have such a line of fortune are always emperors of the land without sorrow. They will always speak elevated versions with their mouth. Elevated versions are always few. Baba says that so do not spend wastefully the energy of both thoughts and the words. Since we belong to Baba and we take knowledge, or even if we have to do yoga, meditation, our attention goes on thoughts. A lot of people don't want to even attempt to have meditation. They say, no, we can't do it. We don't have control over thoughts, or we get too many thoughts. So I don't want to try. Before we didn't know how much we used to think and how much the energy of thoughts we wasted. But now we know that we can use these thoughts also to gain success, to have concentration. So we call it energy or power. But before we just wasted it so much. Right? Baba says, elevated versions are always few. When you have to speak waste, so many stories, so many events you can keep describing. But when we belong to Baba, we have to think positive, elevated. Everything is very limited, very limited. So Baba is saying now, don't waste your thoughts and your power or energy of words. Shanti.
Om Shanti Didi. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, good.
In Hindi, when you were talking, when you were sharing in Hindi, you were talking about how Dadi Janki used to say that that whatever we are thinking is not always right. So how can we how do we know that what we are thinking is not right?
Is it reaction? Is it what, sometimes we just reacting to certain things, situations, and we keep thinking about that. Why this person has to say this, why this. But originally, from my soul conscious stage, when I speak, there will be different quality of thoughts, right? So I think we come to know the quality of thoughts through our stage also. Because when you are confused about something, you keep thinking, and we know all that is wrong, or lack of contentment, lack of joy. So something is lacking, and you keep thinking about that all the time. But as Baba said, elevated versions are very few.
Right,
It's not easy to think elevated.
right,
But when it is negative, wasteful, one can keep thinking, right?
right.
So we have to be, I think we come to know definitely.
Yeah, like what you said just now, the best way is if we keep thinking about it. If we keep thinking about it, then it's not right. Mm. So Didi, these days I'm really working on trying to reduce waste and have concentration. So do you have any tips? First, let's talk about waste. How do you reduce waste?
Hmm. Hmm? Baba says always pay attention to diet and exercise.
Right?
First is diet, I think, because if we keep eating things which are not changing into your energy, it's getting accumulated in the body. So eat something which you can digest, which can become your energy. So it's not satisfying the taste, which you can do it, but it is more like just keep eating whatever it is. So eating is for the body, the food. The thoughts are the food of the mind. So we have to see which, like people talk about so many things, and you really don't feel that they are useful thoughts, or we should talk about all that. So I think thinking and speaking both are very connected. Sometimes some people think and keep speaking same things.
Right.
Some they think less, speak more, some speak lot. All this actually are habits of the mind.
Right.
But we know that speaking and thinking, both we should be attentive.
Mm-hmm. The many times you don't want to speak, but because of the situation, because they're expecting you to say something, you have to speak. I like it that you don't ever give in to any of that. Like if it's your principle not to talk while eating, you'll just stick to that. We have to get to that stage of not, sticking to our guidelines, right? If like, okay, I'm not going to speak too much today, and then not going to speak too much today.
I think whatever speaking could also be entertainment,
Right.
because sometimes you are not happy, you are bored, so you keep talking. Bring about old stories, old events. This happened, that happened. So it's you are creating actually all that from the past, or your imaginations for the future. A lot of time what should happen, what should be there, we think and we keep talking about it. Making myself feel very secure my future is very good, so all that shouldn't happen.
So Didi, about concentration, how do you concentrate? What are your yuktis for concentration?
I think when we go within, as soon as I go within, I find that I'm so clear that I think whatever is necessary. But if you are extrovert and you are only thinking of outside world, then definitely there are different kind of thoughts, different kind of words, because there is no introversion.
Right, right.
So I feel that introversion brings concentration.
So today Baba was talking in the Murli, in Sakar Murli art today about introversion. And so how best to become introverted? Like, what are your yuktis to become introverted?
Mhm. As I say that when you look within yourself, and one is extrovert. So extrovert is always looking at people's habits, looking at what they are doing, and it's always external. Introverted person has more feelings of atmosphere. It's like more thinking deeply and internally. So I think that best practice is whether I want to be with the self or I want to be just with others.
Right, right, with the true self, right. Didi, just now you were saying when you were sharing that is it that we get a thought and it has to become reality, or because it has to become reality, we get a thought? What do you think? Is it we get the thought because it has to become reality? How does it work? Like, Dadi Kumarka used to be so good at this. She used to say, I had a thought and everyone just did it.
I think that some kind of subtle feelings, subtle fears start emerging. And it's like you feel something is going to happen or something like this going to happen. I feel many, many times. But then also now you're feeling it and you're creating it further. And then it happens.
So are
Like
you
I, suddenly I'm thinking of falling, sickness, accident, yeah, anything. And if really I have good yoga, I should be able to catch them and change them so that they don't happen. But sometimes mind is so crowded, so much full, and we know that it's going to happen. Yeah, it could be both ways. It
right?
has to happen, so thoughts come, or it could be other way around.
Right.
It's
In
still a
the
puzzle.
it is a yes, yes. In the Avyakt Murli, the clip that was played, Baba was talking about being a world benefactor. And he was saying that, the attitude has to be very unlimited. What does he mean by that? The attitude has to be unlimited. Like when I see someone, what is an unlimited attitude?
Unlimited attitude is where you are not thinking about physical, that person is like that person is like that person cannot do it, So I am really getting into limited thinking. Unlimited thinking is thinking about the qualities of that person, thinking about the capacity of that person, thinking about the qualities of that person. So that's unlimited.
Mm. Um, yes, that's very nice. I was also really liking what Baba was saying, that to really do subtle checking, to see if, if you're having, waste, if you're, there is this vision, pure vision for these souls, every soul, like no one should be left behind. What have you been working on these days, Didi? What is your churning? What is your feelings these days?
Because if we think about every soul originally, not only pure, but has power, has light and might, and every soul in its own capacity, number-wise, are full. So whatever they are today, they're not in their complete stage. Right? So what they are now and what they're doing, we have to allow that unlimited capacity instead of what is at present. Whatever is at present is very limited. So look at the souls in their fullest capacity.
Mm. It's interesting because in the Avyak signal for today, Baba said, you are already the emperors. You're already the emperors of the land, without sorrow. You're already the emperors of the confluence age. You're already the emperors of the golden age. You are masters. How do I feel this? How do I feel that, the way Baba's vision is, right? You're already this, but I'm thinking, no, I'm still making effort. I'm still, I don't feel this. How do we bridge that gap between what Baba is saying, that you're already something, to where we are?
First, you have to see now how much is the gap. So when you see it's 30%, 40%, then you pay attention and keep increasing your powers. But it is also important to know how much is the difference between our stage of perfection and our present state. Like I look at it and I say, well, I need another 30% or 20%. So my efforts, the aim of my efforts is to fill in those 30%.
Mm.
But anyway, we don't have to stop right anywhere. We have to make maximum.
Mm. Right.
They will never be more. They will always be used properly.
Right. But I always think Baba is seeing this in me, that I'm already something. I'm already a master. I'm already the carefree emperor. And why am I not seeing it for myself? So it's interesting that you first see the gap and then try to fill that gap.
Yeah, I think it's important.
Right.
Baba says checking and making,
Right.
Mm.
So last question, Didi. So what have you been churning? How are you doing?
I just feel to give to the souls what they need. And I don't know, they just want to come so close and experience love. It's just feeling of belonging and feel happy whatever we could give. We have many tolis, so Bhumi will give 3-4 tolis. They are really very happy. Then sometimes we have gifts, we say, okay, we're not keeping, what will we do? So we keep giving. And this whole pack of 100 blessings, which we are giving, now we got Hindi also. They are very, very happy with that.
Good. Good. Wonderful. Unlimited seva, Didi. You're doing unlimited seva. Sending lots of good wishes from here for your health.
Yeah, thank you. Thank
Om Shanti.
you. Yeah. Maya doesn't sometimes allow us to create as much fortune as we want, right? But we have to finally get it.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Om
Om Shanti.
मीठी वाणी बोल रे, मीठी वाणी बोल। मीठी वाणी बोल रे मनवा, मीठी वाणी बोल रे, ये सेवा अनमोल मनवा, ये सेवा अनमोल रे, मीठी वाणी बोल। होती जिंदगी शीतल वाणी, वो मानव है सच्चा ज्ञानी। होती जिंदगी शीतल वाणी, वो मानव है सच्चा ज्ञानी। वो मानव है सच्चा ज्ञानी, प्रेम के झरने को मीठी वाणी बोल रे, ये सेवा अनमोल रे मनवा, ये सेवा अनमोल रे, मीठी वाणी बोल।
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
संगम युग का वर्षा यही है, शिव से मिलन मनाना। समय श्वास संकल्प सभी सेवा में लगाना। पवित्रता बरसाए जग में, पवित्रता बरसाए जग में। फरिश्ता झलक तुम्हारी, फरिश्ता झलक तुम्हारी। शिव पिता ने दी है तुमको, शिव पिता ने दी है तुमको श्रीमत कितनी प्यारी, श्रीमत कितनी प्यारी। मीठे बच्चों प्यारे।
तो आपने अपने आप को भी देखा वहाँ पे?
हाँ, शहजादी रूप में। शहजादी रूप में वहाँ जाएंगे तो शहजादी के रूप में ही जाएंगे। हम तो काफी टाइम भी रहे हैं, 5-6 दिन शहजादी के रूप में यहाँ भी रहे हैं।
नहीं, तो आप वहाँ रहते थे, तो यहाँ पे फिर आप क्या, यहाँ पे आप नहीं होते थे, तो आप शहजादी रूप में आपने उसको जिया 4-4, 5-5 दिन। तो ये सब कुछ जो आपने अभी अनुभव बताया वो आप अपने साथ हो रहा था आपके साथ?
वही ये फिर दूसरे बताते हैं हमको। तो वो शहजादियाँ आती है तो क्या कहती है, ये क्या घास खा रहे हैं, ये क्या खा रहे हैं। यहाँ दासियाँ जो है वो काम नहीं कर रही है, महारानियाँ जो बननी है, महारानियाँ जो है वो काम कर रही है। ये सब वो बताती है, मूझ जाती है बेचारे।
दादी, जब आप ये साक्षात्कार करके आते हैं, जब वापस लौटे, उस वक्त की बात हम कर रहे हैं, तो तब आपने जब सबके साथ शेयर किया, सबको सुनाया, आपके अपने जीवन में भी क्या जिस यात्रा पर आप थे उसमें परिवर्तन आना शुरू किया हुआ इस साक्षात्कार के बाद? जो यात्रा थे, पुरुषार्थ आप जो कर रहे थे,
पुरुषार्थ पुरुषार्थ अलग। पुरुषार्थ हमको तो जरूर करना है, सुबह का योग ये सब करना है। जब साक्षात्कार में 3-4 दिन लग जाता है, फिर उस समय नहीं होता है। उस समय तो वही लाइफ होती है जो शहजादी की होती है।
अच्छा, अब ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के ऊपर आए अगर, तो 1950 के करीब ये डिसीजन हुआ था, ये हुआ कि वहाँ पाकिस्तान से शिफ्ट होकर माउंट आबू आने का जो डिसीजन था, तो ये जो परिवर्तन था, ये जो चेंज ओवर था, ये कैसे हुआ? तब आप भी उसके साक्षी थे, तब भी थे आप वहाँ पर?
नहीं, वो तो ये हंगामा हुआ ना, पाकिस्तान उनकी लड़ाई लगी ना, तो वहाँ सर्विस नहीं थी। जो मुसलमान है, हमको तो सर्विस चाहिए थी ना, तो सर्विस वहाँ तो हो नहीं सकती थी। भले ऑफिसर्स वगैरह को हमने संदेश दिया, लेकिन वो इतना तो नहीं ग्रहण कर सकते, अपना वो करते हैं ना। तो बाबा ने कहा अभी यहाँ क्या करेंगे, तो हमको सर्विस करनी है, विश्व को संदेश देना है, तो वो तो वहाँ ही होगा भारत में। तो इसीलिए हम ट्रांसफर हुए। जब हमको शिफ्ट होना था ना, सर्विस के कारण हम शिफ्ट हुए, और वहाँ सुख के साधन थे, और इतने हम फीमेल रहती थी, बहनें छोटी, कितनी बहनें रहती थी, तो कोई भी ऐसी वारदात नहीं हुई जो कोई आवे हमारे पास कुछ छेड़खानी करे, कुछ भी नहीं हुआ। पुलिस वाला और ही आ जाता था, हमको पता पड़ता था शहर में कुछ होने वाला है। पुलिस जो थे, ऑफिसर जो थे, उनकी हमने सेवा की थी, तो वो ऑफिसर जो है वो खुद ही पुलिस वाले को भेज देता था, जिससे हमको पता पड़ता था तो भाई शहर में कुछ घमसान है। तो पुलिस हमारे साथ थी, इसीलिए हम बेदरक थे। और कोई ऐसा कोई चढ़िया खड़िया आ जावे पुलिस होते भी, ऐसा कोई ऐसा इतने से समय में कुछ नहीं हुआ। हमारा हम लोग सेफ थे। लेकिन यहाँ तो आना ही था, सेवा के कारण आना ही था। तो जब आना था ना, तो प्लेन स्टीमर में आए, तो स्टीमर में तो वज़न का होता है ना भाई, इतना ही वज़न लेना है। तो जब ये पता पड़ा तो स्टीमर में इतना सामान जाएगा, तो हमारे जो कपड़े थे, ज़रूरी चीज़ें थी, वो बहुत थी। इसीलिए बाबा ने कहा ये कापियाँ तुम्हारी नहीं चलेंगी। और कापियाँ हम जो बनाते थे ना मुरली की, वो विशेषता ये होती थी, हम 4 सब्जेक्ट है ना हमारी, ज्ञान, योग, धारणा, सेवा। तो हम हर एक मेजॉरिटी जो बहनें थी सर्विस वाली, वो क्या करती थी, वो लगा देती थी निशानी। तो जो सब्जेक्ट की बाबा की बोली में पॉइंट आती थी ना, उसमें नोट करते थे।
तो वो 4
रोज की 4 ही अलग। तो समझो कभी कहाँ भी भाषण करना है, धारणा पर करना है, तो बस उसमें सभी पॉइंट्स पढ़ लो, सब ध्यान में आ जाएंगे। इतने हमने बहुत, सभी ने बुक बनाए थे, तो हर एक के बुक बहुत थे, उनका वजन तो होता है। तो बाबा ने कहा ये तुम्हारी कापियाँ जो है ना वो नहीं चलेंगी। हम लोगों ने कहा हमारे को कपड़े नहीं चाहिए, लेकिन ये मूर्तियाँ चाहिए। बाबा ने कहा हो ही नहीं सकता, तो क्या करेंगे। बाबा चतुर था, ऐसे बताया नहीं, हो ही नहीं। बाबा ने कहा नहीं, देखो बच्चिया, अभी तुमने तो लिखा, तुमको तो याद आ गई, अभी तुम्हारी ये कापियाँ जो है सर्विस करनी चाहिए उनसे। तो बाबा ने क्या किया, हमारा 2 बीघा था ना, वो खुदवाया और उसके लिए एक बड़ी लोहे की मोटी पेटी बन गई, बड़ी बड़ी। उसमें कहा तुम्हारी कापियाँ मैं रखता हूँ और ये अंदर दबा के रखते हैं, तो द्वापुर में कुछ न कुछ इन्हों को मिलेगा, तो तुम्हारी कापियाँ जो है वहाँ जाएंगी तो तुम फिर कापियाँ बना देंगी। ये तुम्हारी कापियाँ सर्विस करेंगी, तो तुम सर्विस नहीं करेंगी, तो अभी क्या कहे नहीं करेंगी। बाबा ठीक है, लगाओ। हम भी निकालते हैं, जो भी कापियाँ है वो सब ने निकाल के, अभी तक भी वो के पेटी पड़ी होगी वहाँ।
मेरे साथ का एक पल कई जन्मों से बेहतर है, सफल हर पल हुआ अपना, नजर तेरी जो हम पर है, नजर तेरी जो हम पर है, यही यादें ही रह रह कर चमक जाती है जो बिजली तुम्हारे प्यार से बाबा।
Om Shanti Avakti Parivar. So tomorrow is Saturday and our schedule from Amrit Vela 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. 6 o'clock meditation will start, followed by Hindi Avakt Murli till 8:30. Translation will be available. In the afternoon, Avakti children class from 1:30 to 3 p.m. Avakti youth class 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. In the evening, meditation will start at 6 p.m., followed by Hindi series, English series, and Avakti Journey. Welcome to Avakti Journey, Avak Murlis from 1969. Multi-million fold fortune and blessings.
Avyakt Murli, 9th of November, 1972. Relation of Gyan stars with Gyan Surya and Gyan moon. If it were bent in any way, there would be instability. It is straight and stable. That symbol is shown in this form. Similarly, you have to keep your effort completely straight. Where the path bends every now and again, that is when the intellect stumbles here or there. That should finish, and you should stabilize yourself in a constant stage. Are you making such effort? Are you yourselves content with your effort? Or is it just, as you tell Bhagats, that their desire is elevated, but because they lack the power, they're not able to do what they want? In the same way, you wish to become that elevated. Your desire is elevated, and yet your effort is lacking. Then, on the basis of your contentment, your aim seems very distant. What would you call that? A greatly knowledgeable soul. You call yourselves the children of the Almighty Authority, yet even after becoming His children, do you not have any power within yourself? People are able to do whatever they want. You believe this, do you not? So in terms of being Master Almighty authorities, are you not able to do whatever you want and think? Can you not put that final stage of yours into a practical form? Or is it because it is the final stage that it will happen at the end? Do not ever think that this is what is meant by the final stage, that that stage would be created at the end. However, it is when you put that complete stage into a practical form that you will then be able to reach the final stage at the end. If you do not continue to bring that final stage close to you from now, then it will remain distant. You will not be able to attain it. This is why you must now take a jump in your effort. While moving along, there is a lack of percentage in your effort. This is why you are now on the stage of making effort. So while being on the stage, make up that percentage. A lot of percentage is lacking. You are number-wise in the main subject of remembrance, but together with the stage, the percentage of remembrance you should have is still lacking. To be continued. Om Shanti.
Become a carefree emperor of the land without sorrow by being full with all attainments. Always speak elevated versions. Every child of Bab Dada is a master. You are emperors of the land without sorrow at the confluence age in the incorporeal world and in heaven. You are masters of all three. Every thought of such masters is successful. Those who have such a line of fortune are always emperors of the land without sorrow. They will always speak elevated versions with their mouth. Elevated versions are very few. So, do not spend wastefully the energy of both thoughts and words.
सर्व प्राप्ति संपन्न बेगमपुर के बेफिक्र बादशाह बनो। मुख से सदैव महावाक्य बोले। बाप दादा का हर बालक मालिक है। संगम युग बेगमपुर, मूल वतन बेगमपुर, स्वर्ग बेगमपुर, तीनों के मालिक हो। ऐसे मालिकों के हर संकल्प सिद्ध होते हैं। ऐसी रेखा वाले सदा बेगमपुर के बादशाह होंगे। वे मुख से सदैव महावाक्य बोलेंगे। महावाक्य गिनती के होते हैं तो दोनों एनर्जी संकल्प की और वाणी की व्यर्थ खर्च नहीं करो। ओम शांति।